Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at my review of Factory Fun. This is a game by Z-Man Games that published it. It's a Corin von Morsel game, I think it's how you pronounce his name. It's 2 to 5 player, takes roughly 45 minutes to an hour, and ages 10 and up. Basically, what the concept of Factory Fun is, you are basically trying to put pieces together in a factory to optimize profit by using the least amount of pieces and trying to connect the machines together. The game in its core is a solo puzzle game. Each person is working on their own little puzzle. However, when you pick the pieces, everyone gets to see everyone else's pieces up, and you all look at them and you decide, say 3, 2, 1, and then you each take your other hand, and you can, as soon as you touch a tile, you basically are have to take that piece and try to put it into your factory. If you can't put it in your factory, you're going to lose points. With the exception of if you're the last person to get a tile, you can opt to not use the tile. You just set it aside. There is no thing where you have to use a tile. If none of you feel that none of the tiles work this round for putting them, you guys just ignore them and they get put back in the box, and you repeat until 10 rounds have gone by. Putting them, you guys just ignore them and they get put back in the box, and you repeat until 10 rounds have gone by. So now let's go take a look at the components and then the how to play, and then we'll wrap it up with my final thoughts and views on what I think about this game. Start with the money track here. It goes from 1 to 105. So that's that. Then you're going to have some boards here. They're expert side here, and then there's the classic side. Each has a different thing, and before I show you all the boards, I'm going to show you how this works. You're going to basically pick a spot on the expert boards if there's multiple pieces, and that's where you cannot put any connections and stuff, so it's basically a blocker. So there's different boards, various types. That's an expert side on one, and that's the classic side on another. So they're all different. So they have varying difficulties depending on the tile you get. You're going to get these bonus scoring points. These are going to be explained later. These are crossover pipes. These are used in the expert mode of the game if you choose the expert. And these are the machines. And I'm going to pull out a few of these. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the minimizer. Now, as you can see here, this requires an input of 3, has an output of 1 blue, so it's a pink or a blue, and if you use this piece, you're going to get a bonus well there, which are these little wells here. So just like that. So yeah, so basically you're going to get one of these. You get a free one of this based on that color. There's some you get nothing, question mark. So that's that. I'll look at another one real quick. And this is a multiplier. It takes 1 green in and produces 2 out. And last type, we're going to look at the pack of 1000. You're going to get two blue input, a 1 orange input, and the end product, which is black. Okay, this is going to be your typical setup for like a 3-player game. Each player is going to get their board, choose between the expert and classic side, and they get their little piece that goes where the little shot, just to create the atmosphere. You're going to get 3 of these. These are your any color output, this thing where all the thing goes. You're going to get one of this color, one of that color, one blue, and one green, and then 2 of the other, and then for each player is going to get the same amount, and then the remainder ones are going to be put aside for grab, and then all these are going to be set out. These are the final product printout. Those are for this one's for anyone's gain. And then a whole bunch of these pieces, which are in the box, they're up for anyone to grab them and play them. Okay, so everyone's going to start with their stack of 10. I didn't put stack of 10 here just for the sake of just to get this game rolling. They're each going to choose which hand is their starting hand and which is their grabbing hand. So on the count of 3, everyone's going to flip over their tile. So 3, 2, 1, boom. Start flipping over. Ideally, you're going to want to probably get the one that's going to net worth the most profit, which is denoted by the number here. That's how much money you're going to get when this machine's built in your factory. We're going to start with the one that yields the most money. So sometimes that's what you want to do, not always. So you're basically going to have to place it in these squares legitly, and this is occupying this square. So now the way it works, you have to have the input. You're going to get a certain amount of these per player, and you're going to get 3 of the output container. So that's going to cost you 1 point for that, 1 point for that, and 1 point for this. So you make 8 points profit. So then you repeat the next round, and you choose one from the ones that we have. So you're going to choose the multiplier. It's only 4 points, but it's outputting 2 powers, so you only have to use that one. So you're only gonna pay 1. You're not gonna pay any cost this turn. You're gonna make 4 profit, and you're gonna get a bonus 5 points based off of the input of that machine there. So you're gonna get a little marker from the bag, because you connected a machine to machine, and these bonus points are only going to be equated at the end of the game, because you could lose that piece. So, and we just got lucky with another piece. So 1 to 1, so that's another bonus 5. You need an orange, so it's going to cost you an orange fat to power it. And the output is so you're going to lose 2 points here, but you're going to score 3 points, and then you get a bonus 5 points. Okay. Now you can build pipes, and to connect your factories. So, this may not be the most efficient example to show you, but because it's going to eat 3 profit of your machine, but ideally, you can you can use the pipes to go around and stuff like that. You're allowed to reposition machines, but the main thing is you have the input, the outputs match, and stuff like that. So this is how not to piece together a thing. You have the right amount of input for each of these machines. However, the colors do not match. Okay. Okay, another good example of how not to connect. One output to a 3 input. It doesn't have enough to suffice. Another bad example is the machine's output is going outwards from each other, so there's no actual input. So what can I say about Factory Fun? Well, other than the fact that it is a fun game and the name has built it right in there, because typically when you think of Factory, you think of boring, dull, hardworking, repetitive, but it's pretty much, in my opinion, kind of a similar game to it's kind of like the Pipes game, Pipe Dreams type, but instead you got pieces of factory pieces that you have to have, and you have to have the right colors matching up with the right colors, the right output. So if you have a 2 outputter, you can't connect. You can connect. Output can be greater than the input, but the input can't be less than needed. So if you need 3 input for a machine, you can't use a 2 or a 1. You have to basically have enough oomph to power the machine. So, and it's just in the beginning of the game, having the right pieces is important, just as well as proper planning of the pieces. Planning ahead. You can always move pieces. You can remove pipes, but like I said, you eat the cost in the turn you use it, but thereafter, when you remove them, you don't gain the money back. It's just you eat the cost. It's not much of a mess with your partner in a game, but it can be if you are noticing that the tile they need, you take that and you still be able to, but you still have to be able to figure out how to put it in your factory. So you can say, well, they need that piece to connect there. I could use it in my factory. I won't net as much, but they're going to be forced to use this other piece that's going to cost, that may have them eat profit. So, in a sense, you're competing, but you're more concerned with your own pieces. But occasionally, you're going to look up and see what your opponent's done, has done in their factory, because the choices you make are very important in picking that tile, or whether or not to pick that tile, because you're committed to that tile once you touch it. So once you touch it, you're committed with it, unless you're the last person. The last person that gets that can pick it up, try to fit it in their factory. If they can't, they toss it out. And what's cool about this game is the tiles that aren't used are put back in the box, so no one sees what they are, and as well as when they're not, whatever pieces aren't used for that round, they go back in the box, not to be used again. So there's no, well, I couldn't use the previous round, but I could have used it in the next round. No, they're gone. So it's like there's supply there. You take what's there. What's not there, you're stuck not being able to use. If it's not there no more. So it's really gonna have to be thinking ahead. Well, taking an 11-pointer might sound like a great idea, but at the cost, it won't fit in your factory correctly, and you won't be able to connect as many other interesting pieces to make your factory bigger and more productive, and give you more profit. Because you only have 3 reservoirs to empty out. You start with 3 of the any color vats that they can empty into, and once you're done with them, once you use them, you can't get any more. So it's kind of gives that puzzle element. Well, I had to start connecting machines together in order to progress. So, but overall, the rules are very straightforward, really easy to read, very engaging. There's not a dull moment because you're always either thinking or planning ahead. there's very little downtime because you're pretty much, once you get that piece, you kind of know where you want to put it. And sometimes it doesn't pan out the way you want to. That piece looks like it's going to fit great, and then when you put it down, it costs you more. So, but that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my quick little review and how to play of Factory Fun. If you have any questions, I will address them in another video for Factory Fun. For any questions you may have, I'll be more than happy to answer them in a future video of this, if you have any. So once again, thanks for watching. See you next time.